Interesting musical choices today. So the deal was, okay guys, I'll sing and I'll play bass, but I will not do both of those at the same time. Is that the new thing? I hear you singing.
It's new.
And then you stop singing immediately, your bass starts playing.
Multitasking is not my strength.
It's not your contract, you're not going to do it, damn it.
Not really.
People that are stupid.
Donald, Mr. Trump. Hi everybody.
Hey DC, what's happening? Look who's here! Now, you might not recognize this guy with his clean-shaven face, but this is Rob Benedict, ladies and gentlemen.
Now listen. Here you are. We don't do a lot of self-help up here. We're pretty much...
I played Chuck on the show.
It's survival of the fittest on this panel, but I will say this. Rob has been feeling a little down backstage. Yeah, I know. Because Rob shaved for his role in Masters of Sex. And he has shown up at the Supernatural Convention and people keep going...
Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it.
No, just calm down. They like it fine. The problem is...
This is my mama's face.
God is his surgeon.
Are you happy now?
Yeah, there he is, folks, there he is. Rob Benedict.
So Rob has this thing where...
This is actually a little bit not quite as great as I normally
Rob has had an issue because people have said to him, they've come up to him and they said, oh wow, you shaved. You sure look, yeah. You shaved and there's no hair in your face, and what can I say about that other than you did? All these things, he's going to say, Rich, nobody comes up to me and says, you look good, Rob. They say, wow, hey, you look different. Hey, you shaved. Nobody says you look good. Nobody says you look better.
Hey, Robbie.
Tell me I look different.
Robbie.
Thank you.
Robbie, you look great, buddy. I personally think you look great. I like your shape.
It was just funny because he was in the green room going, people keep saying I look different. They're talking about my face! I got rid of hair that reveals more of the actual me, and I've upset people.
I've never seen him laugh that hard.
That's not true.
You're giggling pretty heavily.
Yes, but I've laughed harder. But yes, I was laughing.
Oh, it's okay.
So that is Rob. In case you're wondering, did we bring a young man up here and dress him up as Rob? No. It's actual Rob Bennett. Babyface Rob Bennett.
Yeah.
On stage.
Bearded Chuck by night.
Well, that was
my Clark Kent.
We also laughed that somebody did a really great job of making a button that is a pig said, I swear by Chuck, I swear to Chuck, and it's a silhouette of Rob, basically it's just his hair and a beard. It's now completely irrelevant because it looks nothing like it.
It's not irrelevant, it'll grow back.
You know, they tell you that, but...
I might have to eventually just get some spirit gum like you do and just stick it on.
No, that's what I usually do. This is drawn on. And this is all netting and glue. It's
fantastic.
Can't go through a metal detector.
It's real.
Should we answer some questions?
Speaking of, no, just real quick, speaking of hair, I mean, look at this cloth.
This is how I know there's a God and he enjoys mocking me.
Yeah.
By making me stand next to Matt Cohen 13 weekends
Well,
a year.
and Matt said, he was like, yeah, you know, new baby here, right? Am I right, fellas? No, you know what? I didn't cut my hair after having a baby. I'll show you a picture. It didn't look that good. You know what I mean?
Matt shows up, he's like, guys, I've got a new baby, I'm exhausted, I couldn't take care of the hair, couldn't work into the gym, and I just want to hit him with the car. So much. Because when I didn't have children and was taking care of my hair and working out, still looked like a pile of crap, and this is your phoning it in. This is you not trying.
Hey, the struggle is real, man.
It's not right. Robbie, I'm not cool with it.
No, me neither.
Matt's got great hair. I mean, look at the hair.
And the abs.
Oh, the abs to die for.
And you have a question, young lady. How are you?
Look at this tush in the pants.
Oh my God. That's what you've seen Matt and us. If you had said, like, look at your tush in those pants, I would have been like, stop it, Rich. And Matt's like, wait, mine? Let's see. It's gonna... Oh, yeah.
You know why? Because he knows. He knows.
You like how Rob threw me under the bus so he can look at his own ass? You see what just happened? These guys are comic genius and I'm suffering.
Yeah. Throw you under. We're gonna get say bed like, hey guys, could we please quit talking about how gorgeous I am on stage? And leave my beautiful bottom out of it, okay? Leave my beautiful bottom out of it.
You can't even laugh, Mr. Clean shaven, handsome young fella.
I wish I had a joke to go here, but I don't, so I'll just let you. Thanks. Do you want to touch my amazing ass, abs, or hair?
You know what? You're welcome. Do we have a question?
I have a question for you, man.
Rich, no, you're quick with the question. I know the answer is yes. Go ahead and touch it. No, run your fingers through it.
Oh, God.
I'll touch his bottom.
It's like,
Touch it.
it's purring, it's like a cat.
Touch his bottom.
Oh, I chipped a nail.
Now you know where the boys get it from, ladies and gentlemen.
And the thing is, if I give him a hard time about being gorgeous, he's like, no, come on, Rich, you wear a shirt.
But how about those shoes,
Yeah,
Rich?
there's no comeback. You can be like, oh man, come on, you tricked a woman into marrying you. You must have some attributes that are playable to somebody somewhere. Certain cultures.
Yeah, you have a question.
Yeah, I do have a question, Matt.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. But Rob, you do look adorable no matter what your facial hair looks like. So my question was, what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you guys during karaoke besides the fox from last night?
Last night was a weak start. I'll tell you, like, you guys are great, but no sound coming out of the speakers was a bit of a rough.
It's rough. It's tough.
You guys are such troopers too.
Wait,
like Robbie,
the whole
you were,
night?
you were no, just like the first 5-10 minutes. But that seems like hours when you're up there
I
trying.
felt responsible.
Oh gosh. But thank heavens the creation team jumped into quick work and solved the problem. This is
Back in the day, before there were rules and regulations in place,
right.
I did some serious crowd surfing, and that was awesome. A lot of people touching my bottom. But it was like a dream come true.
That kind of bottom groping doesn't just happen to a fella.
I've taken shots of things that I don't know what they were. What else?
My favorite crowd surfing moment back in the day when we could do that kind of thing was Sebastian. We'd always crowd surfing. Oh man, you should go crowd surfing. Watch. And he was crowd surfing, and he goes, Sebastian, you don't do it forwards. You don't do it forwards. And he'd do it just so people would touch his ab and crotch. It's like crotch down, which is not how you crowd surf.
Oh man, this is great!
Welcome to the crowd. The pass it around with the crotch.
Everybody was like, just grab the Sebastian umbrella and pass it down. I'm done. My job is done here the day Rich laughs at a joke and drops his mic on my behalf.
You just knocked the leather off the ball, baby. That is on somebody's mantle.
Creation, I'm sorry, this will be my retiring performance here. I'm finished.
That was sweet. And the thing is, it took me a second. I'm like, the Sebastian, oh God.
The visual is just awesome.
Too much. You're great. Wow. Right into his crotch.
In case the sprinklers go off, just grab the Sebastian. It'll be okay.
He would actually set the sprinklers off.
Yeah, on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, you know
Oh
what?
no.
You need another umbrella.
Oh, cover yourself.
I apologize on Sebastian's behalf. Sorry, I'm not sorry.
So, I guess the time we passed the Sebastian umbrella around was what I was talking. Good Lord. You, young lady.
Hi, Matt.
Hi!
I promise not to cry this time.
Now cry. groundlings, or is it the upright citizens brigade?
I'm actually a medical student, but
Yes.
That's what we all said.
I'm guessing you have something for me?
Yes.
Okay.
So when we first see the Archangel Michael in the show, he's played by you.
This is true.
And we get this very chilling performance. And I've always kind of thought that the way the show chose to portray Michael, they make a lot of the assumptions. I want to know what you think, because I personally don't think he's a villain. I think he's just very misunderstood because he's trying to do what he thinks is right, because, you know, he, like Dean, he has siblings to save and a world to protect too. So, what do you think?
Correct. You are exactly right.
Ditto.
No, I will have to say this. I think that Michael knows a lot of stuff and knows how a lot of things are going to happen. And no matter what you think, it's not going to change what's going to happen. So it may make him come off like a villain, but just telling it like it is. You know what I'm saying? Just, it is what it is. So you're right. All those things are said. You're right. What are you guys thinking?
You're doing great, man.
Thank you.
Hell of a bottom, kid.
That Michael had some good hair too, didn't he?
Michael had a great head of hair, great bottom.
Great bottom, great abs on that, Michael. So we agree.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love you.
You know what?
You don't say.
I love you back.
I think that was the subtext of the whole thing. Her question was, I love you, and your answer was like, thanks. It was me too.
In the episode, you I love you, you did I love you. There's an I love you scene where I love you. And I was curious if I loving you I love you. When you chose I love you, was I loving you? Yes,
You are.
Your answer was, have you seen me at this angle?
Yes, I'll do it. Go ahead.
So, what's the funniest photo op you've ever been asked to do? It's for all three of you.
Funniest photo op. Robbie?
You know, some people, sometimes it has happened that people have like diagrams. Rich and I had someone last year who had like a diagram of what she wanted to do. She had it mapped out. And it still didn't make sense to us what was going on, but it was literally like, English wasn't her first language, and
His art wasn't her major. I mean, it was a very confusing. It was a drawing, and it looked like, and if I recall the same one, that I was supposed to some way mount you. I recall it seemed like in several states an illegal act.
Yeah, it was like you lay down here, and then
And Rich, you just rode.
you lay on top of me, but going in a different direction.
By the way, which will never work in a photograph, but at this point she didn't care. She just wanted to see two
And
minutes.
she like squatted on top of us, and then like funny faced, as we're underneath like, I don't know.
By the way, obviously we did it.
We did it. Because that's.
We're smiling through the tears.
What did someone want?
Eating the waffle she had to eat.
What did someone want us to do where you're like, I gotta draw the line? Oh, it was in Italy, I think, where someone wanted you and I to just hold each other or something, and she
She didn't want to be in the picture. Like, I'll do a lot of crap. Like, I'm not in this photo. I'm like, oh, you're in this photo. I'm not. I'm not afraid to hug Grammy, but you ain't taking a walk while I do it. You're gonna get in the frame, girlfriend. She's like, no, I'm so shy. I'm like, the hell you are. You grew up this thing. You're good. You ain't that shy, man.
Yeah, that was really weird. What about you?
Were you guys there that day that the lady dropped me on my head?
Thank God you had that hair to protect you.
So
That's
soft,
right on.
and cushy, and nice.
Oh, God.
It was like goose down, except less harmful than geese. A woman came in and said, "Can I give you a piggyback ride in a picture?" And I'm always kind of up and willing, and not any longer, but I wasn't at the point. I hopped on her back, we took the picture, I was like, geez, yeah, it's funny. And then I, as you usually would, like, go over her neck and go to get down, except she didn't let go of my legs. So my top half of my body went boom, boom. And Shelby, our Chris, our photographer, ran over. He's like, "Are you okay, dude? Are you okay?" And I like got up and I could just see purple spots everywhere. I was like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm good. No problem. Let's never do that again, ever. That was
Jeez, man.
yeah, it was rough. But luckily again for the hair, you know. Yeah.
In the NFL, you'd have to like sit out a couple of the games.
Yeah. And
Good point, Robbie. Next question. Hi.
not in the creations world, it went right back to work.
My question's for Nat.
All right, man, any question?
This is like the best place ever.
This is great. It's
I love
weird.
this. I love when you guys don't give attention to R&R.
I've been a fan of yours since your days on South of Nowhere. Thank you. And I was just wondering what you think would happen if there was a crossover episode with South of Nowhere and Supernatural.
Oh boy, it would be a lot of lesbian demon fighting. Those of you who don't know, the first show I ever did on television.
Okay, all right, I'm listening.
Yeah, you had me at Lesbian Demon Fighter.
South of Nowhere is a show where I play a guy who has a girlfriend who's now my wife, and she breaks up with me and I turn her gay. And then a new girl comes to high school and I'm like, well, you're gay now, so look at this new hot girl, and I date her, and then she breaks up with me and then I turn her gay.
You know, I can believe that because I think you're turning me into Robbie gay. You know what I'm saying? Torso of this. Right, Robbie?
Hey, you said it, Rich. So it was a reality show.
It was a reality show,
You're
yes.
so naive. It was a documentary.
To the musical episode, there's been multiple years where we haven't seen Chuck at all. And aside from being God, I would like to know where you think Chuck has been all this time.
Well, I'd like to think.
What did Tony scream?
He's not God!
Okay, how many people in this audience believe that Chuck is God? How many people believe that Chuck is not God? Boo! We respect your opinion and you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I can answer the question under the assumption that Chuck is God, which is, there's a lot going on in the world, and I have to tend to other things. I had another show on the air for a couple seasons. What was that show called that Eric did?
Oh, Revolution.
Yeah, Revolution. That's right. Yeah. No, so, you know, in terms of Chuck being God, just if you've never heard me say it, well, what part are we laughing at?
I think we were laughing, Matthew was laughing at the Revolution.
Okay. I didn't know it was with me or against me.
I'm not sure either, quite
I'm
frankly.
always laughing without you.
Anyway, yeah, so,
The real story, whatever, blah, 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 your answer. This kid, he's on
he's
fire.
on fire, it's his thing. I just want to...
7 years deep, you finally clocked in.
I feel like there's been a lot going on. And plus, you know, God can't just make an appearance just all the time, right? I think once that was revealed, you know, I had to sort of go away. And I thought it was really special that they chose that episode to sort of have me kind of make an appearance. I don't know. Hopefully we'll all be answered at some point before the end of this series. And we can all go, oh, that's what it was, including me, because, you know, I only have my own theory about what it is and who I am. But, so anyway, yeah, you know, for what it's worth, the answer that they always tell us to give is that we don't know. Is Chuck God? I don't know. You know, it's up to you to sort of decide.
He's, to me, God. Like,
I mean, you know, to me, you know,
it's my feeling.
yeah. So to me, you know, he's Eric Kripke, and so Eric Kripke is the god of this show because it all came from his head. But if that makes sense in the world of the show, you know, I don't know. But you know, obviously, I think that the 200th episode, that was sort of a wink and a nudge to the fans, saying like, yeah, we think so too. You know, but I don't know. We'll see. At some point, they're going to have to you know, do something about it within the mythology of the show, and maybe it will include me, who knows? So, I don't know, I hope I've answered the question. I feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole.
No, you're not. You're doing great, Robbie.
I know, I'm losing light!
That was good. You made quick work of that one, Robbie. Quick work.
Thanks, Rich, as always. Now I feel much
By
better.
the way, that's the soundbite I always use for you. We were thinking about doing sound bites instead of Trump sound bites. We were going to do you. And one of the sound bites was like, as always, Rich, no help at all. Give me a minute.
Hi. So, Rich, a while ago you tweeted, this is a signature Rob Benedict beer for Billy Moran, and it's a picture of a glass of beer
Yes.
with like 9
Yes.
inches of foam.
I know what you're talking about.
What happened?
Rob's a terrible beer pourer. He's a god awful. And it's not like he hadn't done his homework. Kid likes beer. But Robbie, you know this about yourself. You can't pour a beer to save your life. Rob pours a beer. It's basically a shot of beer and 8 inches of foam. It doesn't matter what type of beer, what country you're in, the elevation, there's nothing that attributes the only factor is the Rob Benedict hands involved in pouring the beer. It's a travesty. Nobody understands.
Listen, there are some things I do well, that is not one of them. You're right, I'm not patient enough. I don't
To pour a beer?
Yeah, no.
Where you gotta go?
I don't know.
Where's the fire?
In my belly. I gotta have that beer in my body. Let's go, no time to waste.
You know what, you need to skip the glass face, go right from pitcher to mouth.
Robbie's
It's true though, he's awful. That's just, I mean, that's not a doctored photo, that's just one in a series of photos of terrible beer pours.
And Robbie's Tinder is a picture of him, and it says, "I'll give you 9 inches of foam, baby."
First of all, how did you see my Tinder? You're not single.
What are you doing on Tinder? Looking at Robbie's Tinder page.
Second of all,
Robbie on the Tinder page.
you're on fire today.
I saw your Tinder and swiped right.
That's a joke that means something.
I don't really know. Which is the direction you swipe if you like the person? Right! Yeah, that's what I meant. Hey.
Ah!
I mean, thank you.
Yeah, I saw you. I was like 9 inches of foam, whoop, to the right.
When we were in Italy, I'm just getting off of the Tinder joke. We were in Italy, I poured a beer for Jensen, and the same thing happened, and we were taking lots of pictures. There's lots of fun that was had.
Just because he assumed, like most people do, that you're able to pour a beer like a normal guy. And he has the, really? Kind of look in his face like, this is what, really? Robbie? Italy? Beer? Jensen doesn't use verbs, just so you know. Any of our conversations, Jensen's like, Spade, Ackles, Tough Butter, May, Austin, hi. He doesn't use verbs. Spade, scarf, beer, steak, dinner, tonight.
Spade, cold, jacket, dinner. I guess I'm supposed to wear a dinner jacket.
Hey, cool dinner jacket. Benedict? Going? Bye. I guess I'm supposed to invite them to dinner. Does not use verbs. The funny thing is, we've also figured out about Jensen is we sit around doing, like, especially in green rooms, doing ridiculous jokes that make ourselves laugh. So we were doing some ridiculous joke about, I don't remember what the jacket off joke, which is the classic old, should I go jacket on or jacket off? Ha ha ha.
You say classical, but these are intelligent people.
These are schooled comedians who know.
But their mind is not in the gutter like ours is. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. What I'm trying to say is, we're children.
So it was the jacket on, jacket off joke, which is like,
Should I go jacket on or jacket off?
I'm gonna go jacket off. I'm gonna go to the photo ops. I'm probably jacket on now. When I get to the photo ops, I'm definitely gonna want to go jacket off. You know, that's
Wearing a jacket.
So Jensen walks in, we're laughing, we're doing the, so Jensen, are you gonna go jacket on or jacket off? He's like, what? And then you can see his face, it's so visible in your eyes, is, oh, we're doing a thing. You're like, what? Oh.
Doing a bit.
Alright, what are we doing? His body language changes, he does the whole thing when he's walking through, he's like, hey Jensen, you want to jacket off? What? What? Oh. Alright.
I mean, the arm. Now you got the arm in it. It's exactly.
He licks his lip and he's like, alright.
used in slow motion because
they had a holiday in Dubai together, these two. That's why he does such a good impersonation.
Oh, our time in Dubai was so magical. So great.
I'm sensing some friction.
What?
I'll tell you my side of the story. We were in Italy together, and then a few choice actors got invited to do another convention in Australia. I didn't get the invite. The e-bike didn't come my way. So,
You had your party hat, you had your present.
right, and Jared couldn't be there, so Jensen had an extra ticket to Dubai. And we were like, I'm going to Dubai. And so he was, next thing you know, Rich is on a private jet.
No, I was already on Dubai. Osric was the extra ticket.
You were getting there first.
Yeah, what? I was always going.
You were always going.
He was always invited, you weren't, was his way of saying.
Yeah, at the beginning, but only because you were invited to Australia. The point is, I couldn't go. And he sent me so many pictures of their huge room, in their nice hotel, and the jet, and then he keeps sending them to me. I got that one already. He already said that. Hey, you mean this one? And the pictures are posed pictures of Jetson and Oscar
and Cliff
in their room, like doing things like sharing a drink, like all three of them on the stairs. There were stairs in the room. The stairs, like all three of them on the stairs, like, huh?
There's one, and they're all in a giant marble bathtub together.
Yeah.
And be like, and it's like, you're like, just get over there. Why are we doing? I'm gonna send a bunch of pictures to Robbie, you don't know him. Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing the annoying Robbie bit. Got it.
Yeah. So I'm like cleaning up dog poop in my front lawn, and I'm getting
I did send you about 43 photos. Because we got there and we were like kids in a candy store, like, the hotel's so big! This is awesome! And we started running around the hotel room, taking pictures in every room, and just sending them to Rob. In fact, I don't think I ever shared the photos with those guys. They were pretty much just for you.
I got them all.
My freaking cheeks are cramping up, that was so good. It was just like so good, because I know that it does have to piss you off, and I know it pisses you off so
Yes!
much.
And I can't help it, it just does.
And you know what we did in Dubai? The thing that's so funny is we were only in Dubai we landed at night, and then we had the whole next day, and then the next morning we flew to Australia. So we had one full day. So we woke up, this Cliff, Costerman, Osric Chow, Jensen Ackles, and Richard Spade. The four of us just standing in this giant marble hotel room in Dubai. We're like, well, we have a whole day in Dubai. What should we do? Beep, beep, beep. Water park! And we all went to a giant water park. And we're there the second it opened. The four of us, the most motley looking bunch of basically by ourselves in a Dubai water park from a state in total drought. Now we're in a desert where they're shooting water. They had a ride at the water park that shot you uphill with water jets. Like it made you move up and down, up, and shot you around water jets. It was the damnedest thing. I didn't send you a photo of that, Robbie?
No. There must not a lot of cameras in the pool.
That's weird. Anyway, it was the best trip ever. What's your question, young guy? You.
So I love you all. My question's for Matt.
No problem.
It's that day.
So I know you just became a new dad. So what is the most surprising thing that you've learned about being a father? And Richard and Rob, what words of advice do you have since you are already there?
The most surprising thing about being a father is every minute of every day. All the time. Everything is a surprise. I've summed up parenting in my 14 and a half weeks of parenting as the sooner you can accept being tired and being full of fear. Now, I mean this honestly. The sooner you can accept being tired and accepting being fearful for your child, the better parent you'll be. At this point, I'm only like 25% accepting of both, but literally, you know, you sleep very little for the first couple months, and you're scared shitless always. Like, and I imagine that it doesn't change as they grow older. I can remember being 18 and doing the shit I did and seeing the fear on my dad's face. So, to me, it's like, just accept not sleeping and accept being fearful, and welcome to parenthood.
What? No, you know, I was thinking about this. Gail Murray has this monologue in Lost in Translation that I always think about, and I'm paraphrasing it, but it says something like, that moment you have your first kid, you realize that your life, as you know it, is over. But pretty soon they learn to walk, they learn to talk, and they grow up, and they wind up being the most charming people that you'll ever meet. And I always think about that. Like, that's what it is to me. Like, yeah, you got this awesome person.
I mean, don't get me wrong, every day is, like, I become at a loss of words often, because every day he progresses, he learns how to do something, he makes all these noises, and you're like, oh my God! Like, the stuff that comes out of my mouth, you'll see it leak onto Instagram slowly and surely and be sick of it, but like, it's every moment. Like, he'll look in your face, and then like, he smiles, and you're like, oh! Like, it's the best thing in the world, but then you're tired all the time. So, you know, make sure you're ready to have kids before you have kids. It's great. These guys, and I say this often, these are my mentors in work, in relationships, in husbandry, if that's a word, in parenthood. I'm around Rob and Rich so often.
Husbandry, yeah, with each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're the best 3 husbands that anyone could have. It's like this song. We're the 3 best husbands that anyone could have.
That's a new sitcom song about 3 married guys that are married to each other. And what happens is, so it's in Utah.
I'm laughing already.
Hey, I'm from Utah. Don't be dissing that place.
No, I'm saying Utah. You can all marry. No, I'm saying we can all marry each other. And that's the
You lady.
First off, hi guys, big fan. Secondly, Rob, I find it really weird seeing you here because last year I had a world history teacher who looked exactly like you, sounded exactly like you, and was the same height. So it's really weird.
It was me.
My question is, how do you think Supernatural would go if and when they bring Gabriel back, if he came back as a demon? Because a lot of fans have theories like that.
Gabriel, oh, he switched to me. I was like, Rob didn't think Gabriel. Oh, what do I think would happen? Mayhem. I mean, look, he's not exactly a charming angel to start with, but you know, I think he would enjoy his demonic side quite a lot if that were to happen. So it certainly would be an interesting thing to explore. Let's hope. Thank you for the question. You sir. Wow, I don't say that very often. You sir.
I just want to know, if you don't come back Supernatural, have you ever thought about getting into stand-up? Because you stand up here and talk and make people laugh on a day-to-day basis. So I just want to know, do you have any ideas of being like a stand-up comedian or anything like that? Because we would love to come see you.
Well, you know what? Matthew, were you going to say something?
No, the applause ruined my jokes.
Oh. All I'm going to say is and I know Robbie did this world as well, have a tremendous amount of respect for stand-up comics. That is an art form unto itself, that me getting out here and improvising, and Robbie and I goofing around, and Matt and I goofing around, and having fun is one thing, but actually writing jokes and creating an airtight set and traveling the country is not, I think, in my skill set. I admire those who do it well, but I think I'll keep doing this and leave that to other people. But I appreciate the sentiment quite a lot. I appreciate it.
Well, listening to you're a blast. I mean, I just wish you were on stage last night because the moment I came on, you guys came off.
Oh, it's photo op time. Yeah, that stinks. Now, oh, you were the, okay. I recognize your tail. Yeah. Awesome. That was an amazing outfit.
You were the koala?
Let's start that again. That was awesome. Robbie, he was a full fox outfit and the mouth moved.
I heard about you. I heard all about
It was
you.
really cool. Well done.
You heard about the bird?
Yes.
Yes, the bird.
The bird, right.
No, good job, man. Good job. Thank you. You. Are you making a call?
So this is for Rich. So when changing channels happened, instead of a genital herpes ad, it was Viagra. My money is that Dean would have gotten that ad because he's junk food and probably has impotence issues.
Oh, kids today. They're into jokes. Okay. In a porno, I feel like he feels comfortable in porno. I know that he has made a lot of connections there, quality work. I believe I would have in return in a porno. Thank you.
Our costumes last night. It was really nice.
Thank you, Matt. You complimented her costume.
I loved them. What were they? Which, what?
Made me the Barnum Boy.
Oh, I don't remember, but it was great.
What's your favorite band, song, and singer?
Loud and Swain. Hold on, this is a real thing, and Robbie always thinks I'm BSing him on this, but I do. Loud and Swain is the band I listen to often because it's the band I'm surrounded by, so Robert is my favorite musician, and She Waits is one of my favorite songs along with Mama's Jam. There's a whole slew I love on the new album, except I'm so stuck on the old album. Eskimo is just one of my faves. Me and my wife, I'm actually going to direct a short film based on some of his music, hopefully later this year or early next year. So.
I would say, the Loud and Swain front favorite song, Bandaged Hand or Lucky, which I like a lot. Outside the Loud and Swain universe, REM, Michael Stipe, Fall On Me.
Hi.
I was going to answer the question. I was going to answer the music question. I mean, favorite band, favorite singer, favorite song.
Oh gosh, okay.
Pearl Jam, Eddie
Pearl
Vedder.
Jam, Eddie Vedder, and which song? Jeez, there's just Jeremy.
Hello. My question is for Richard.
Okay.
My favorite on-screen line was, Lucifer, you're a great big bag of dicks. I was just wondering what your favorite on-screen moment was.
On-screen moment? That was awesome because working with Mark Pellegrino is amazing. He's a phenomenal actor. I gotta say, I was given a lot of fun, snarky lines of dialogue to deliver. I think my favorite moment, though, it wasn't a snarky line of dialogue. It was the scene I had with the boys in the warehouse, where I revealed myself to be gay. Because that was like old school theater. That was just three guys, not a lot of camera tricks, not a lot of blocking, just acting, and it was really, really fun and challenging in that kind of way. So that was my favorite moment, on-screen moment.
I was wondering what the weirdest fan experience was that wasn't at a con.
Weirdest fan experience that wasn't at a con. Rob and I had a fun one at Comic-Con. This wasn't really that weird, it was just funny to me. Robbie and I were at Comic-Con, and a lady came up to Rob, she's like, I know you from something. What did I know you from? And we're in the lobby of our hotel. And Rob...
This just happened 2 weeks ago.
And Rob appropriately says, Supernatural, because a lot of Comic-Con, there's a lot of Supernatural fans at Comic-Con. And she goes, no, not that. Waiting. made my film waiting. Like, she's like, oh yeah, no, not waiting. And meanwhile, and now I can see Robin going, oh crap, I gotta go through my whole resume here. He's like, maybe Felicity? No, not Felicity.
Never seen it.
Meanwhile, we're waiting for the elevator. The elevator opens, and I'm with them. And we walk in, and we walk into the elevator, and as he's starting to sweat in the elevators, and I leap out when the elevator doors close. And I slammed into like 3 people behind me, like, hey man, he just dove into us out of the elevator. I'm like, sorry, I was trying to trap my friend in an uncomfortable situation. And they're like, oh yeah, okay.
And it totally worked. She was like, wow, now you're just stuck with me. I was like, no, that's no big deal. I'm totally cool being here. And she's like, okay, so what is it? I mean, it was the longest elevator ride of my life. I went back. She didn't know anything. And she thought she knew me from something. I'm going, the original 90210. I've listed you almost all my credits. And she left the elevator before me, never figuring it out.
That was hilarious. That was awesome. So I'm gonna go with that. I'll stick with that one.
Mine too.
Do we have another? Are we done with, no? Quitters? No, here you go. Quitters.
A couple months ago, they had footage of you going into Poltergeist house, the haunted house.
They did, yes.
Was that real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rob and I went as Robin Rich with one of the actresses, I can't remember the young lady's name, from Poltergeist. The redo. And they had us go into a haunted house with a guy who does that. Huh? Saxon. Thank you. So we went there and walked around this house. We had these, night vision things, and this guy, and it was a house that he's visited many times. There's been a lot of sightings and problems with, and it was super creepy.
It was creepy. What was weird is like I was expecting like a haunted house, like a come in, But it was like just this normal house in this normal neighborhood, and the people who live there have been like freaking out because there are all these, these ghosts, some spirit that's bothering them, and we were freaked out. And what's funny too is we started getting freaked out, and then we started snapping at each other.
That's some of the footage they used.
And I used that in the actual thing.
Yeah, because it was freaky. And then Rob would just make it freakier by being weird about it.
I wasn't being weird, I was freaked out.
Whatever.
So that's what they showed. They showed like that kind of banter is in this commercial.
Rob going like, oh, you're closing a door slowly like a creepo in a creepy house. Really creepy. You weren't helping.
The weirdest thing that happened in the weirdest thing that happened in the house was the door that locked that didn't have a lock on it.
That was super weird. There's a door that locked, and none of the doors have locked, so we got locked in a room.
I couldn't open
and they're
it.
like, we can't go over the door. Let's try it again, and just open it up. And there was no lock on it.
Yeah, that was
It was
weird.
super, and there was nobody on the other side. It was very, very bizarre.
Yes.
Unsettling. So yes.
You believe in ghosts now?
Robbie, do you believe in ghosts?
I always did, still do.
He still does.
Richard?
Thank you.
I believe in Rob. Good, good.
They must know her.
Guys, I am so sorry for rudely interrupting you like this. I've been scrambling around backstage trying to find one of those giant hooks.
Oh, you should lose something up in the rafters?
Oh, you got your sheep here? You got a tin sheep? You need to
What's the hook?
What's the thing?
Anyway.
Oh, is this your
I guess this is goodbye, folks. Yeah.
Misha, don't question block me.
Question block? Yeah.
That's the worst kind of blocking.
Alright, ask that question. Let's hear it.
Okay, what
One of
did
these
you say?
guys, and this other guy came up and totally question blocked him. Damn, man.
And I haven't got questions since.
Yeah.
So I want to say hi to
And I
Robbie.
just
I'm
died
a
and
Cheryl's
asked.
friend.
You'll have to wait for Misha to brutally stop talking over your lovely question.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Paul Fitzgerald's friend.
Hi, how are you?
But my question's for Rich.
Okay.
Robbie, so good to see you. We have so many dear friends in common. You're blocking my dear friendship.
Sorry,
Does that, I haven't been at a lot of your guys' panels. Does that happen a lot?
all the time.
There's a lot of people off in the wings like, oh, hello, Rob, with your scritch back.
It was funny, we all do the same voice for the same thing.
That's how fans talk.
Nobody actually does it.
I did it this today. We were talking about like, oh man, to go on, you're so beautiful. I was like, Stan, you're right. It's like he's a god, and the man's out the clan, and we laugh with you right here in front of my very eyes.
So my question is, you filmed a show or a movie.
No, wait, just one quick interjection. It seemed a little bit unfair. You didn't realize that I was going to be up on stage.
Yeah, that's true.
When you came up with your question, so you want to think of a new one
You
now.
want to rethink it. And give it back. You have these 4 eligible bachelors.
The one you sent to the back, he's still here if you need him.
And Matt is just calmly standing here flexing his pecs. So,
That's all he needs to do.
take her out. Get her out.
We're trying to earn quality time with this lady. He's texting our wives. That's all he's doing. Like,
No, they're texting me, Rich.
it doesn't hurt because it's true.
May I ask?
We good with this? Yeah, sure.
Give it another try.
Okay, I live in Lynchburg, Virginia, which is very close to Appomattox, and you filmed something called To Appomattox.
We haven't filmed it yet.
Haven't filmed it yet. No. What can you tell us about your character? Yours is one of the only fictional characters in the show.
It is, but it's based on a real character, which is there was what's called a cowards brigade that was started up. They were hanging men who were cowards who would retreat from war and go MIA.
Kind of typecasting. Huh?
Yeah, pretty spot on. Trust me. The brown pant brigade, like gone. So they decided in the court system they needed soldiers more than they needed to hang guys. So they were giving soldiers a second chance. And they created a brigade of guys who were willing to go back and retrain and go back to the front and fight. And so
That is not the brigade you want to be assigned to.
not so much.
The coward brigade.
Nope.
We were going to kill you for being scaredy cats, but instead we'll send you off to war
Put you in the
together.
front lines. Yeah, by the way, with other cowards. Guys you don't want to share a foxhole with. So that's what it's based on.
Is it going to air? Is it going to be filmed?
They were very close to shooting it a year ago and ran into financial trouble. I hope it comes to pass, but you never know, and that's not my department, so I hope. Fingers crossed.
Will you film it out of Appomattox?
Well, how many questions do you have?
How many can I ask without you interrupting?
You just got hand slapped.
Is it possible to use one of those giant hooks on a fan?
I got news for you. Misha, that's not really a fan, because she didn't say, I have a question for you. She spoke way too...
Didn't have the dialect.
She didn't have the fan accent. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is our cue to lead. Matthew Cohen. We count on the band to start playing music.
I'm not the band's keeper. Actually, I am kind of the band's keeper.
By the way, when you step up to that microphone, you're now part of the band, which means you're part of the problem, which means how dare you.
First of all, you. All right, bye.
Bye.